In this video, we're going to be covering this page, which is the first step in your building. You'll see along the top you have 4 steps to actually building your site. So on this particular video, here's the basic options that you're going to need. First, you're going to have to select the final tier type that you want, either a page or a post. Typically what we've been using and getting really great results with is posts, meaning with a post you can obviously put a post into a category, whereas with pages have to default to like parent pages and stuff like that. So posts are definitely the one preferred method, but if you're an experimental type, you can also experiment with pages. You can also backdate your builds, but we haven't really noticed any advantages to backdating builds, but it is an option there for you guys if you want to do that. We also have the WordPress best practices here just for you to quick reference, but the best WordPress setup practices were actually covered in video 1 and 2 when setting up your WordPress site settings and plugins. So once you have those all figured out, the next thing you're going to want to do is upload your 3 CSV files, and one is your locations file, so the states and cities or cities and suburbs that you're targeting, your keywords, as well as your LSI keywords for the purpose of post tags. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open a geolocations file and just show you the correct formatting of that file. So here is the actual CSV file for Asbestos Law Pro site. So I'm just going to open this up for you and show you how that works. All right. You'll notice I'm using openoffice.org. Some of you are going to be using Microsoft Excel or possibly an Apple or a Mac version of your CSV. The one thing just to make sure of, guys, in your software settings is make sure you have the right character set so that it is displaying the English language rather than something you don't understand. And the other very, very important point with your geos is when you're saving as a CSV, there's always a lot of options to separate things by, so you can have tab delimited, comma delimited, space or semicolon delimited. You want to 100% make sure that you are comma delimiting your CSV file. So I'm just going to open this up and show you the formatting. So in this particular instance, we're actually targeting 4 states: Pennsylvania, Illinois, Ohio, and Michigan. I did repeat them on the second row of the spreadsheet, and that's just because I do want to post to target each of those states as well as the cities within them. The next thing is in each column after the state, you're going to have all the cities that belong to that state. Or if you're working within a city and a suburb, you would have the city on the top and all the suburbs underneath. If you're working in a country, you would have the country on the top and all the states or provinces underneath. Just remember, the top row is the main category pages, and all rows underneath that particular column are the posts. So basically, the top row is going to be what is known as the category name. So there's a short code in there called category name. So whenever you're using that, it's going to supply the state, and underneath of it is going to be it's actually not percents, it's actually like this. It would be your post name. Okay, your short codes will look like this inside the build, and it would be something like that. That's how it would look. Where I'll actually change this to what it is. So we have category name. Okay, and that's what your short codes would look like. Category name will supply the top level, whereas post name will supply the bottom level. So let's just delete this. Okay, I'll close this, cancel, and delete that column. So this would be a nice formatted column. You can target, if you just want to do one row, you can. If you want to do multiple states or cities or whatever, you can. One of the things we recommend is not to try and build too big. Definitely don't try and go after every city in the Western Hemisphere of the United States or the Western United States. It's just too much. Part of the reason that our builds are working, indexing, and sticking is because we're building slowly. And we're building small so that our sites are sticking better. So try to keep it to a maximum of maybe 4 states, and you'll just have safer builds that way. Once again, when you are saving your geo spreadsheet, make sure you're saving in a CSV format, and make sure that you are in a comma delimited settings. So that's basically the only hard part about the geolocations, is just getting your formatting correct. All right, and then it's pretty simple from there. All you have to do is choose the file that you're uploading, and it will upload as a CSV. Once again, for your keywords, however you get your keywords, Whether you do it through AdWords or some keyword tool like Keyword Supremacy, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you're saving that file as a CSV. It will be a single row CSV, and it's going to be the same for your LSI keywords. Make sure it's a single row CSV. One thing I do want to mention about the difference between keywords and tags is keywords are basically going to be the service that you're targeting in the city. We do have examples here, and the way you can think of it is the geolocations file will supply the city name, the keyword will be the service. So for instance, plumber Phoenix, or air conditioning Phoenix. Then for tags, what those are going to be is basically LSIs of your keywords. So if you were in the plumbing niche, maybe it would be like leaky faucets or some service that a plumber offers that relates to plumbers. And you will get better at choosing different tags and keywords over time. You'll just have to build sites out and see how they look to really start mastering how this works. So that's all you have to do for this page. And in the next video, we're going to cover the homepage template.